Hey guys, I'm the Dragonsbeard and I'm back with another Red Shadow Legends video, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the new stuff that came in patch 5.10 yesterday. I've got the patch notes pulled up here. The highlight of the patch, kind of like the biggest feature, is going to be the artifact reworking. So this is a really small patch, but this is like the crux of it. They added these Chaos Ores into the game, four different versions of it between different ranks and rarities. And this is effectively a way that we can one time re-roll a piece in order to get different stats on it, main stat and substat, unless it's one of the pieces that has locked main stat. I'm really excited about this. I used to play Diablo 2 a ton, and the Herodric Cube recipes let you re-roll rare items. You could keep doing it in that game, but that's kind of burned into my DNA from way back when. So I'm excited to try to breathe some life into some of the pieces that might be otherwise sold on my account or not used. In order to help like target and find what pieces you want to do that with, these gear filters are really definitely a good addition to the game. So from a quality of life standpoint, having to go to another tool like the Hell Hades optimizer and view your artifacts in order to filter them by rank and rarity was kind of silly. So having it built into the game is great. The interface for artifacts is kind of clunky in the game anyway, but they did a good job like not having it take up a ton of screen real estate, especially on mobile, in order to do that. So I'm excited about that. We're going to use that in order to find a couple pieces that I'm going to re-roll with the Chaos Ore in the video today, guys. Other small additions. The Shadowkin faction crypt, they've teased this over the course of the last couple months. That's coming. They're adjusting the schedule, I'm assuming, to 2 factions a day on a weekly basis, just based off the fact that there will be 14 factions with crypts open. That is not quite in the schedule yet, since we've still got a triple day crypt coming up soon, like in 4 days. But that's going to be coming down the pipeline, and you'll be able to take on the Shadowkin faction crypt. Rebalance, not really that much going on here. Rhodos and Skull became better against the Scarab boss just because they have those max HP mechanics, and then your Vault potentially got a little bit faster with Blood Gorged in there and his base speed being raised, but he really doesn't have that much of a use case anyway. I am going to hop over into the game, and then we're going to look at the items for the rerolls. Okay, so when the patch went live yesterday, they went ahead and threw this offer out in the shop for the first little starter pack of ore. So we got a 6-star legendary and 6-star epic for free. Just kind of kick it off. We are going to look and see what pieces to utilize that on first. What I was looking for my account is how can I increase the speed of my arbiter, since she's significantly slower than other people in high gold 4 and platinum. We're going to look at 6-star legendary, and I'm going to include equipped here. So I went through these yesterday and kind of filtered through speed and divine speed and perception just to see any of those standout options. And the only quad roll I have is actually this piece on my Geomancer. I'm not going to reroll quad crit rate because I've seen people have items that come out worse than what they started with, and this thing has been back and forth between my Geomancer and my Dracomorph based on whatever clan boss team I've been running. So that piece is staying. Going through the pieces, like the one that stands out for me, I don't remember the last time I've even used my miscreated monster. And he's sitting here with a triple roll of HP on this shield. Now, the way that the Chaos Ore works, it keeps the positioning the same. So when I reroll this piece, it's going to come out with the 4th substat still having a triple hit. And what we're fishing for is that potentially is going to be a speed item, or a speed substat. If you go to rework, select the ore here, toss in the silver, and let's see what happens. It's still a very bad chance, but it's RNG, and this company loves the gamble. So triple accuracy and crit rate, that's actually not terrible, but it's definitely not what I was looking for with no speed sub. The first one is kind of a little bit of a failure there. For the epic version, I have a banner specifically that I'm looking for. It's a high elf banner, so let's filter this down here. I am not using it right now because it's HP and defense, and I use accuracy or resistance on most of mine here. So let me find it. I think it is right here. Okay, defense main stat, HP subset. Not terrible banner, but it's less useful to me than what it could be if it had a triple hit of speed on it. So kind of the same deal. Hoping that middle substat becomes speed, but we could get something significantly worse. Let's see what happens. Flat attack. Okay, so this is a terrible example as far as what could come out of this. My buddy Mike, I'll throw these up on the screen here in a minute, but he re-rolled 2 pieces yesterday and got flat stats on both of them, which was terrible. I didn't have very good RNG there either. You can actually go in and look at the possible substats for a specific piece. I think if you hit the little info tab on the artifact screen, I don't even know how to get to it. Let's see here. Here we go. So it shows you with the info tab all the possible main stats and substats that you could get on a piece. So I mean, if you think about it, I just rerolled that banner. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 different substat options. So in that case, I've got a 1 in 7 chance that that would have hit on that speed sub, and instead I hit flat attack. So that's kind of the way that that chaos ore works. Hopefully, you'll have better RNG than what I did. So just like my pieces, I want to show you these other ones that my buddy Mike sent. So he was chasing a quad speed roll in his helm and ended up with flat defense. Didn't even get a speed sub. His gloves, flat attack turned into flat defense. Also, the main stat got worse. So with gloves, chests, or boots, it's kind of risky because you could end up with a main stat that you don't even want. But on the flip side, any dice roll like that in this game could have crazy results. So Chumba, former clanmate of mine, sent me these boots, which are absolutely crazy. Attack main stat with a quad on crit damage. Perfect subs for a nuker. So amazing, amazing results could come out of it. Also saw a banner on Reddit. If you want to be sad, just go on Reddit right now and look at all the shares that people have their crazy rerolls. Because if you had results like mine and you see everybody else sharing away their wins, then it can be a little saddening. One other thing I want to call attention to is something that my clanmates have been using for their chaos ore. So if you have a reaction piece from CVC that is in the faction you want, but doesn't necessarily have the main or substats that you're looking for, you could use that to re-roll the reaction piece and end up with a new main and new subs, but stay in that same faction. So that could be useful if you have anything that fits that criteria. I don't really. I was looking at my banners trying to see if any of them had like a double hit on a stat that I didn't want, but not necessarily in the factions that I was looking for. So this piece here where it's got an HP main with an HP and defense sub, I probably wouldn't re-roll this because it's still going to end up as a 1-1-1 piece, and we still don't know how frequently we're going to be able to get this chaos ore. So it might be like a very rare thing. Who knows? I think that when they hit the shop and people start wailing out on them, maybe it'll be a different story. But that's a choice that you can make as far as your reaction pieces to try to get a second chance in that faction. All right, guys, that's going to be all for this video. So I just wanted to give you a chance to see how that chaos ore worked in case you were still hanging on to yours and thinking about what pieces you wanted to use it on. So if you are doing that, I wish you better luck than what I had or Mike had. So hopefully you'll end up with some nice rolls that come out of that. We still do not know, again, how common these things are going to be. They said that they're going to be in events, tournaments, and in the shop. And I have checked every event and every tournament that's active right now, as well as the shop, and I haven't seen them yet. So it could be very rare, kind of just like the feasts and the barrels that we've seen. But hopefully they're going to give them to us in place of weaker rewards rather than taking away Lego books and sacred shards and void shards and stuff. I've got the Mythbuster team, the budget version of the Mythbuster team that's hitting the channel as soon as potentially tomorrow. I've already got it built. I just need to do some recording and testing with a few of different champion options, but I'll have that to you guys soon. So until then, I've been the Dragon's Beard, and thanks for watching.